What's up, guys? It's Trey Colley, Dream Life mentor and coach. And in today's video, I want to be breaking down how I was able to manifest my dream home in less than 30 days. That's right, less than 30 days, I was able to become a match to this reality that is quite literally the dream life that I wrote down in this journal. And I'm going to teach you the secret that all the rich, successful, and happy people know that regular people don't. What is the most important thing about goals and obtaining and living your dream life? The most absolute important thing is, one, knowing what it is. If you don't know what your goals are, if you don't have clear intention, how are you even supposed to have a burning desire for it if you don't know what it is, right? So the first thing that I tell everyone is you have to know what you want. Because if you don't know where you're going, how are you supposed to get there? If you don't even know, and you're the one that's playing the video game as a one-character game, if you're the one that's steering the ship, how are you supposed to get there? So number one, set the X mark on the map. Get a journal, and I want you to write down in specifics what you want out of life. And create general timelines, because goals without deadlines are fantasies. You have to have a general timeline, right? If you want to travel to 30 countries, by when? If you want your dream car that's a Lamborghini that costs $4,000 a month, by when? How much do you need to be making? How much do you need to afford to have that car? What version of you do you need to create? And not just the materialistic things, those are just the basics. And to be quite frank with you, they aren't going to make you happy either. It actually has to do with your inner world, and your inner world creates your outer world, and the abundance is all in the same frequency and alignment. Now, if it's a relationship, you need to be very clear about the person you're wanting. And when you start to be clear about the person you're wanting, you'll then begin to understand the type of person you need to be a match with that person. Because we don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. And we don't wait to feel love, to be loved. We must first love ourselves. And once we love ourselves in full confidence and beauty and align with our natural talents and desires and purpose, that will bring and attract the perfect person that we're looking for. And there is a cadence and balance with specifics with these things. Because if you are too specific, it could take a little bit longer to get exactly that. But if you are a little bit open to that, especially if you're one of faith where you believe that God knows what's best and you're trying to implement discernment into your manifestations and so on, then you may want to leave a little bit of open-endedness, right? Where you know this is the direction, you want to impact, you want to help millions of people. This is what you love and you enjoy doing. You're going to go in this direction, but you're going to slightly make corrections as you go based off the knowledge that you gain. Because guess what? When you first start the journey, you become a completely different person 90 days from that journey, 6 months from that journey. So your goals can change a little bit over time, right? But in general, you want to know the specifics because deep down, I'm sure you kind of have a general consensus of really what you want. You just haven't really took the time to think about it, lay it out, and write it down. So first thing is clear intentions, clear goals. Get specific, your 3-month plan, 6-month, 1 year, 10 year. How many kids do you want? What do you want to start a dream charity? All of that, write it all down. And then the version of you they want. When people are around you, how do you make people feel? Do they feel loved? Do they feel appreciated? Are you the light in the room? Are you helping others? If you see someone that needs to be helped, do you stop what you're doing and help the person? Describe the superhero version of you that you're looking to become, the best version of you, the version of you that you're capable of. And don't hold back. Remove all limiting beliefs. Write it down as if anything can happen. If you could accomplish anything, what would it be? Remove it all. Because with God and with faith, anything is possible. And the truth is we're co-creators and we all have the ability of manifesting and creating our reality through our thoughts, habits, beliefs, and the frequency that we emit. So as long as we can fully believe it and fully embody that identity and version, that is the reality that we have no choice but of getting. And that brings me to the second thing. The second thing is a burning desire. You have to be obsessed with it. You have to know it. You have to feel it. You have to embrace it. It is you. You become it. The way to really collapse space and time to the reality, like within 30 days getting the home, is immediately becoming the version of you that has that property, that feels it, that lives it. I would meditate and feel what it felt like to be walking around in that home and what I'd be doing, and I would just vision it so clearly. And then even though I was living on a farm at my parents' house, I still was acting as if I was already here. And I would make assumptions and do things as if I was already going to be there. And Lord, behold, somehow, some way, a magical opportunity popped up where a synchronicity happens, where someone that I've known for a while, and they're another entrepreneur, and they're saying they're moving to Vegas, and they're looking to get a really nice house, and all this ended and everything just aligned. Everything just aligned, just like that. I didn't have to figure out the how. You don't need to know the how. You just need to be clear about what you want. And you need to become so obsessed and determined because, one, you have to be that identity. You have to embody that version of yourself. You have to imagine it, create it, be it. And then also you have to have enough discipline to be able to say no to the things that aren't in alignment with that new version of you that you're creating or being. Because if you aren't willing to say no, if you aren't willing to develop new habits to become the version of you that has that, then you're just going to continue to have the same thoughts, same habits, and you're going to get the same result that you were before. So there is discipline involved. In order to overcome those obstacles, you have to have a burning obsession, which is perfectly fine. It's what literally all successful people have in common. The beliefs, burning desire, like this is the blueprint. Next thing, high vibration thoughts, staying positive. When things don't go your way because you're attracting your old frequency manifestations and they come at you, the outer world, whatever it is, things are out of your control, you look at it like a grain of salt. You don't let it change how you feel on the inside. You don't let it ruin your day, but you say, oh, God's taking something away to bring me something better. You change your perspective, you flip that switch. And again, when you do that and you start thinking of when something negative happens from an outer world perspective, you take that and then you replace it with a positive thought, a positive perspective. And that is a high frequency. Being grateful, showing love, appreciation, and affirming. Say, let's just say I'm living on the farm and something happens with my business and I'm upset, blah, blah, blah. Instead of feeling upset or so on, I say, oh, this is so great. Something happened, now it's giving me a new opportunity to learn a new skill, and I know I'm gonna be living in my dream home in 30 days. This is just all so great, like this is amazing. Because now this has happened, because now this is gonna push me to do this, and then that's probably gonna bring me my home faster because now I'm gonna make more because of X, Y, Z. So it's just flipping that switch and having the ability to do it. It's a skill set, like it really is a skill set to replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And the combination of those three things are so powerful. And then essentially the rest comes up to just actionable steps, just taking action. When you feel called to do something, don't rely on just motivation. Motivation won't get you that far. Motivation comes in spurts, right? You got to rely on discipline and remind yourself of the goals. And a really cool trick that I do is you want to combine things that you need to do with things that you really enjoy. So if I've decided that I'm going to read every single day, something that raises my vibration, makes me feel good, and also helps me learn instead of going on my phone, scrolling through social media, I'm going to try to combine multiple things with that. I'm going to read, journal, do all that outside, by the pool, where I can also get sunlight and so on. And when I was there in the farm, I didn't have that opportunity. So I'd have to come up with other things, right? Other ways of finding that balance, whether it's going to a coffee shop to do work because I like being around people and, seeing the world and combining those things. But ultimately, you can have anything you want. You just got to figure out what you want, when you want it by, and then figure out what is the version of yourself that has those things. What are they like? Write those characteristics down. And then start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start today. Plan out your days the day before. Know where you're going and get closer to your goals every single day. Don't try to just take on the giant boulder and pick it up. You'll strain yourself, you'll burn out, you'll stop, you'll quit, you'll get unmotivated, boom, back to the old reality. No, one step at a time. Celebrate your little wins. Keep getting little wins. The compound effect is real. You'll have that breakthrough. You're going to keep getting these layups and it's going to keep adding up and you're going to get better and better. It's going to become smoother and smoother and it's going to allow you to take on bigger and bigger tasks, bigger and bigger obstacles and so on. And you're going to become better and better and you're going to be able to overcome those easier and easier and so on. But do not run away from adversity because that is actually where the blessing is, right? You just have to, if you've ever seen those rocks, you have to break open and from the outside, they're so bland, they're so tough. And then when you crack them open, there's an ammonite crystal inside. and it's or a geode, and it's so beautiful on the inside. That's what life's about. You got to get through the exterior world and to get to, your blessings, your gifts, and so on. And then, a lot of times, it starts with the inner world. So yeah, if you got any value from this video, leave a like, subscribe. If you're a business owner or someone that has hit a financial block in any type of your life where you're making money, you don't feel fulfilled, you don't feel aligned, you don't really know how to get to your goals, your dream life, and you need extra guidance, book a call with me. Love to help you. I am an empowerment coach, business and life coach. I love helping people live the life of their dreams and empowering them back to do so and giving them the roadmap to doing it and helping them get there.